everybody. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. How are you doing? Can everybody hear me? Yes? Am I audible? Give me a reactions button if I am audible. Give me a thumbs up. Okay, great, I am. Now, thank you so much for coming in today. And today we have our second talk from our JH Intern series that's going to be led by Sabeeha Azmi. Okay, she is so ready. Okay, and she has been such a breath of fresh air to work with during this whole internship and training that we were doing. So hardworking, so determined, so on top of things. And I am just so excited to hear what she has for us with her talk on gratitude. And I'm not going to take much more time. Today, forgive me if I am a little bit on low mood. My battery is low because I'm having the sniffles. Okay. So Sabeeha, wonderful, beautiful you. Come and open up our second talk.
Hey,
Let's spotlight Sabeeha.
let me just share my screen. Is everyone able to see my presentation? Yeah.
Yes, we can see you. Your
Okay,
presentation.
wonderful. Thank you. All right, everyone. So let's get started. Thank you, Ms. Rishma, for that introduction. Put a smile on my face. So yes, my name is Sabeeha. I am an aspiring psychologist. I've been interning with JH for the past 6 months, and I'm very excited to bring this workshop to you on gratitude and mental health. So, before we get into the flesh of our workshop, I wanted to get a little bit of interaction from the crowd. So, I'm going to pose you all a question, right? So, you can either unmute and speak, put it down in the chat, or if you don't feel comfortable, you can send it as a private message to me, Miss Rushma, or Miss Medini. So, keeping in line with our theme of gratitude, my question to you is if you could send a thank you card to anyone in history, who would it be? If you can send a thank you card to anyone in history, who would it be? Anyone? Any shares?
So many names come to mind, Sabeeha. So it's now about narrowing it down. Good one.
Yes, one person. Just one person. Okay, thank you. Oh, I'm getting some direct messages. Sumaya said, my parents. Yep, definitely. That's wonderful. Oh, that's nice. Someone said they wanted to send a thank you card to themselves. That's really nice. Good. Showing gratitude yourself, hold space for yourself. That's wonderful. To your grandma. That's really nice. Oh, Medini, that's so sweet. That's lovely. Grandparents. Okay. My birthday until I was 16. Oh, Gayatri, thank you for that share. Yes, grandparents hold a special place in our heart. Thank you for that share. Okay, thank you everyone for that shares. So now I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping before we move on. Like I mentioned, feel free to use the chat option, feel free to unmute and share whatever feels comfortable for you. You can keep your cameras on, off, that is also perfectly fine. And I just want to invite everyone to hold grace for yourself as well as hold grace for everyone in this workshop as we go through it. Okay, so moving on to understanding gratitude. I'm sure everyone here has an idea of what gratitude is, right? It's about recognizing, appreciating the good things in our life, both big and small. And gratitude is a powerful feeling that can definitely uplift us and uplift the people around us as well. So, my workshop is really going to focus on very simple, practical ways to get you started on the practice of gratitude. Yes. So I'm excited to share it with you. Right. So before we go any further, I would like to share a video with all of you. I would love for you to watch it and let me know what your thoughts are. Is the video visible? Yeah, hold on. Can everyone hear? Is it audible? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna play it then.
This cereal is delicious. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, good morning, folks. The 8:15 has been delayed. The 8:15 has been cancelled. Replacement bus services are available.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Come on, give me 5. Amazing. Great driving. Thank you.
Okay. How was that for everyone? Do I have any shares, any reflections? What are your thoughts?
Can I go first?
Hello, I heard someone speak, but I wasn't sure who it was. Once again, reminding you can okay, Nafla. Yeah, you can go ahead and say speak, Nafla. Connection issues, no worries. Again, reminding that you can either unmute and speak or put it on the chat or personally message as well.
Anybody want to share? You can go ahead.
Wow. Talk out today. No worries. Okay, Nafla, you thought the video was unique. Okay. Anyone else? Culturally different. Yes, that's so true. Good point you brought up to what we do here. Yes. Boost positive mind to others. Yeah. Nafla brings it can be quite exhausting too sometimes. Yeah, that's true. That's actually a very good point that you bring up, Sabrina. And yeah. Life looks happier when we are grateful for the things around us. Yes, thank you for that share. So true. Okay, thank you everyone for those shares. We'll get into the main section of our workshop, and that is looking at gratitude in action. Right? So I want to share some very easy ways for you to incorporate gratitude and thankfulness into your life. So a lot of times when you think about practicing gratitude or gratitude in action, the first thing that comes to mind, at least for me, is gratitude journaling. Right? So sometimes when we hear that, it can be a little bit daunting and overwhelming, right? Do I really have to sit down, take a piece of pen and write it? Like, it feels a little exhausting, so we kind of move away from it. So I have titled this as gratitude expression. This is how expressing gratitude in whatever way that feels right for you. Right? So if expressing gratitude feels best for you when you're writing it down, absolutely go ahead and do it. But if you feel like noting it down on your phone, that's also perfect. If you want to say it, expressing it, also amazing, right? But if all of that feels difficult, then you can even think and feel it, right? Simply think about it and feel it. So, the most important thing when it comes to gratitude expression is to make it a part of your routine in a way that feels genuine and manageable to you, right? So that means whether you are writing about it, whether you are saying it, or whether you are feeling and thinking about it, allow this gratitude to become a part of your life, right? And let's embrace gratitude in our own unique ways. Okay, does anyone have questions? No, I see some heads shaking. Okay, wonderful. Right. So then we're going to move on to gratitude prompts. So the most often thing that I sometimes hear when we talk about gratitude is, how can I be grateful when I'm going through this such a hard time? How can I express gratitude when I don't even have time to think about anything else? Right? So these are, sometimes we do have days that are tough, and expressing gratitude during those times, during those days, can be difficult. Well, here's a thought for you. It's okay. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's okay to feel like, you can't give gratitude sometimes, because gratitude and the practice of gratitude is not something we have to force ourselves to do, right? It is a practice that should come naturally from within us. And only then it can become a daily part of our life. Only then we can really see the true impact and enhancement on our mental and overall well being as well. Right. So, one of the most effective ways I think that you can incorporate gratitude on the days that feel like it's all too much is to use gratitude prompts, right? So these are statements that are basically indirectly approaching gratitude, right? So you're trying to like squeeze in some gratitude into your life without really having to like use the words grateful or thankful, right? So for example, you can ask, what is one thing that really made you smile today? Right? Or what was one moment during the day that made me feel a sense of calm? Yeah. So these are little statements that we can use to help bring in some moments of gratitude. Wow. Okay. My walk with my dogs. Yes. So you can, use these prompts and think, okay, my walk with my dogs really made me smile today. And that is also a form of gratitude, even if you're not saying the words grateful or thankful, right? So by asking ourselves these questions, by using meeting the sun rising together, yeah, that's wonderful. So playing with my small cousins, making a child smile. Oh, wonderful. Thank you for the shares. I'm glad to see all the things that's making everyone smile today. Yeah, keep it coming. Okay. Um, Yeah, so when we focus on these prompts, oh, thank you, Nafla. That made me smile today. Your workshop, thank you. When we focus on this, what we do is we shift our focus and we look at the silver linings even during such tough times, right? So when, without even you realizing it, you have invited gratitude into your life. You have invited gratitude into your day, even without realizing, and that will really give you a sense of calmness, a sense of peace that you will, sometimes not even notice it happening. Yeah. So remember, on those days that are tough, on those days that are overwhelming, be gentle with yourself, right? Be gentle with yourself. Tell yourself it's okay. If I'm not feeling particularly grateful today, it's okay. Let it go. Just breathe. It will be okay, right? And use these prompts maybe to guide your gratitude practice. Okay, so does anyone have questions at this point? Anything that they'd like to share? Yes, I see a hand raised up. Yes,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Um, sorry, I didn't start, but the topic gratitude prompt is something that I'm so grateful to for the organizer and for you talking about it. I used to look at gratitude from the aspect of things that I cannot buy and that are made available for me for free, like the ability to feel hungry. And then when I have an opportunity to get something to eat or drink, I just feel joy inside. Things like ability to just go and ease myself in the convenience at ease. These are some of the things that I look within until recently when a cousin of mine who always make money sitting down, and they told her that because she sit down for too long, making so much money, but then she has part of her, I think the backbone is sitting on part of her vein. Now she cannot walk. She cannot go to the to the market that she makes a lot of money. She sit down, and so for me, I feel like I'm stressing myself for too much. So sometimes gratitude comes from um, within, and it also comes from around our environment. So can we sometimes look at somebody pain and feel gratitude about it? That, oh, I'm not going through this, but I'm not also with this person the same, pain that the person is going through. This is something that I've been really wondering about. Like, I'm happy that I'm not feeling this pain because I've used to go for exercise, I play a sport. But is this person still going to have an opportunity to say, I'm grateful for still lying down? Thank you.
Thank you for that share. That was wonderful. In your question, I think it's wonderful how, when we reframe our thoughts, reframe our situation, how gratitude can enter our lives, right? So in that situation, we can say, yeah, I'm grateful for this body that I have. I'm grateful for the health that I have been given. While we also can pray for the person that we might be looking at and thinking, I'm grateful, whose situation we are reflecting off of. So we can be grateful for what we have and maybe pray for what others don't have. Hope that answered your question. And thank you for that share. That was really, really wonderful.
Thank you so much. It's that answered my questions. Thank you. You make me smile too. Thank you.
Wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. Okay. Does anyone else have any other shares they would like to share at this point? Is gratitude expressed only through words? No, absolutely not. And I always tell this to people, Sri Lankan society, our culture is a very much show, not tell culture, right? How many of us have heard people around us genuinely say, I love you to each other? We don't hear it, right? Our culture is very much show show a culture, right? So we don't say I love you to each other, but we prepare food for each other. We make sure that we stay up with each other when, we are studying for exams. We make sure we buy each other little gifts. So, our culture is so beautiful that we can show our gratitude even through actions. Right. So, no, gratitude is like not only expressed through words. And that's why I love to say that gratitude is such a flexible practice, and it's such an easy thing to incorporate into our life. Right. So absolutely, you can show it through actions. It can be just going and giving a hug, or saying a few words of encouragement, going and giving a hug. Like look, I saw when I was out shopping, I saw this. This reminded me of you, so I bought it for you. So that in itself, it's gratitude. So absolutely, not only through words, definitely can be expressed through actions as well. And that's, I think, majority of how our culture really shows our affection and gratitude towards each other. Hope that answered your question. Sumaya, yes. Okay, wonderful. If there is no other questions, let's move on to a little activity. So to help you reflect on the little bit of gratitude that I shared with you, going to invite you all to take part in this activity. Hold on. Medini, is it possible for you to copy paste the Mentimeter code and link? So I will be copy pasting a link to a website that's going to take you to basically a chat box, right? And so there'll be a question posed for y'all, and I would love for y'all to take a few moments to reflect and answer this. Right now, I do want to let you know that your answers are going to show up on screen. I'm going to show it to y'all in a second. Hold on. Yes, so your answers are going to show up here, but it is anonymized. So don't worry, your names will not appear. Yeah, so you can start whenever you are able to open the link. Hopefully the link is working for everyone.
I'm waiting for it. Yep, it's working for me.
You can use the code. If it doesn't take you directly to the chat box, then you can use the code. All right, would love to see some interactions on the screen. So the question I have given to you today to reflect on, I've given it in two versions, right? For one, for people who are feeling a little bit grateful for today, and one for people who might be like, you know what, I want to use a prompt instead. So what are two things you are grateful for or have positively impacted you from the past 6 months? My brain, my family. Wow, wonderful. Happy to see that. My family, my body, my internship, and for my family. I love the theme of family here. Definitely wonderful support systems for all of us. My boyfriend, and I was able to change my stressful job. Great. Being able to grow as a woman and go through stages of my life. And I'm grateful for my family and my religion. Wonderful. My students and my books. Oh, that's sweet. Grateful for my new friend. Okay, that's wonderful. Life, health, and fulfilling my purpose. Wow, very philosophical. Love it. If the link is not working for anyone, you can put it down in the chat box as well. That is also totally fine.
I think, Sabeeha, you can scroll down because there are more
Oh,
shares.
right. Okay, got it. Yes. Oh, sorry for technical.
Oopsie. You've reached the end of your presentation.
Give
Looks
me
like
a second.
Menti doesn't want to show us the answers, huh? Take it all for themselves.
And I think you all are seeing the extent of my technical skills also. Give me a second. Okay. Oh no, why does it say that?
Oh,
Okay, there we go.
Go back online.
How do I look at the other? Okay, there we
Ayla.
go. Wonderful. Okay, family with extended members and I think own health, university life. Okay, supporting through thick and thin, good health, being able to grow, food, spending time with my sister. That's nice. My sisters, my job, and the new connections that I made. Wow, I love that I'm seeing the theme of family throughout everyone's answers, and it really shows how much our support system can be a source of gratitude for us and, really encourage us in our gratitude as well. So thank you everyone for these shares. This is amazing. Do we have any more shares coming in? My internship and my little niece. Cute. Give a few more seconds. Okay, so how was that for everyone? Thank you for sharing all those wonderful answers and showing your wonderful interactions. Let me just share my other screen once again. Okay. Can you all see my presentation?
I'm just seeing gratitude prompt.
Yes, we will move on from that. Yeah. Okay, so now I really want to touch upon how I came about gratitude and why this area really interested me and how I really started my practice of gratitude, right? So I spent 12 years of my life growing up in the Middle East, and I lived among various different cultures and perspectives and very different social norms compared to Sri Lanka. Right. So I didn't really expect that I would be here living in Sri Lanka in such a long term like this. Right. So a few years ago, my family and we made the sudden move to Sri Lanka. And in just 4 days, I always make this statement, but in just 4 days, I packed up the house that we lived in for 8 years and landed in Sri Lanka. Right. So that leaving the only home that I knew for 12 years was quite terrifying for me. Right. I found myself being very unfamiliar with the social customs, grappling with this new norm and daily challenges. And I kept thinking to myself, will I be happy here or will I find happiness here? Right. So the first year that I was here was quite difficult, right? I had paused my university education. I felt quite uncertain, isolated, a little bit disconnected from this new reality that I was living in. Right. And in fact, 6 years ago, if you had told me that I would be here conducting a workshop for y'all, I would have laughed in your face. I would say, no way, absolutely no way would that be possible. So, as I, began to reflect, as I began to venture out into Sri Lanka, it made me really realize the bubble that I had grown up in the Middle East. And this realization was quite challenging, but it was very eye-opening for me because I got to see the amount of things I have to be grateful for, and amount of things I was actually gaining from being here in this country. Right? So Sri Lanka, with its people, with its culture, with its vibrance, really helped build up my confidence. Right? I've learned to love myself. I've learned to appreciate the things I have, learned to appreciate the skills I have learned. Right? And my journey of gratitude really started through finding very simple joys. In fact, I didn't even realize I was doing it. Right. So I would look at the torrential rainfalls and I would think, wow, this is amazing. I didn't experience rain like this. The thundering, like, the window shattering thundering. I didn't experience any of that when I was growing up in the Middle East. So it was like, I was like, wow, I'm so grateful for that. And another thing I was so grateful for was the connection with family, being there for the births of my nieces, nephew, watching my little cousins grow up were all things I had missed out on when I was back there. So I let this gratitude, this little bits of joy and, little moments that I found, I let it fill me with happiness, right? And so it helped me shift my focus from what I had left behind, from what I had lost to what I was actually gaining here. And so these moments became the building blocks of my resilience, right? The Sri Lankan community, the culture, everything is so heartwarming. And the adaptation is hard and is still hard, right? Was hard is hard. But I find solace in this new progress that I'm making, right? And this has taught me that there is invaluable lessons in gratitude in itself, right? So gratitude is not about denying our hardships. It's about acknowledging that there can still be reasons to be thankful within the hardships, right? So consistent gratitude practice can help us really reframe our situation and build our resilience. And today I am so thankful for every twist and turn that my journey has taken. And I hope my story inspires you also to find strength in gratitude, no matter where life takes you. Thank you, everyone, for listening to that. I was actually really nervous putting the story out there. So thank you so much, right? So before I open up to shares about your gratitude, I would like to quickly touch upon some of the ways that gratitude can actually be such an impact on our mental health. Thank you, Dr. Rishma, for that. So starting with, gratitude can really help us improve our mood, right? So when we are able to look at, the positive aspects of life, those silver linings, we feel a sense of overall happiness, even though things are hard, right? And when we express our gratitude to the people in our life, to the environment that we are living in, we are appreciating, acknowledging, and this can definitely deepen our connections, right? And also increase our relationship satisfaction with the things that we have around us. So gratitude is actually known, and research has shown it as to lower levels of cortisol, right? So this is the stress hormone. Yeah, so this is our stress hormone, and practicing gratitude is shown to have reduced that, which means that when we practice gratitude, when we give the thankfulness, it encourages mindfulness. It encourages us to be present in our moment right here. And this can definitely help take away some of those stresses. And definitely promote resilience, right? Because when we are shifting our attention from what we have lost to what we don't, from what we don't have to what we have, we encourage ourselves to develop better coping strategies and perseverance. And of course, overall life satisfaction. You will have a lot more of a meaningful life experience and more contentment and more fulfillment if you turn to gratitude and the practice of gratitude. Okay, thank you everyone for listening. I think enough of me talking. So I'm going to open it up to y'all. Does anyone have any shares that they would love to talk about? Maybe share any experiences or stories about gratitude? I did not ask if anybody had any questions in what I spoke previously. Would love to hear that as well.
So while we wait for some shares, oh great, you have someone.
Yes.
Oyeleke. Is that correct? Are we pronouncing your name correctly? Let me ask you on mute. Go ahead.
I think you're on me. Okay.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be among great minds, great leaders around the world. I want to share my gratitude, or let me say, I want to share a little story about gratitude. I could remember vividly the first day I met Dr. Suraj. We had a long conversation. So at the end of the day, he discovered some potentials in me, and he felt that, okay, the only way he can also help me grow this potential is giving me opportunity to have a Rosebud scholarship, which I think Rosebud scholarship has really brightened my horizon. He has really helped me, and I really want to appreciate him because without him, let me say, without God and him, I wouldn't have been a beneficiary of Roseburg. And today, I must say before everyone that I'm now a master holder of Roseburg, courtesy Dr. Suraj. Thank you.
Thank you for that share. Wonderful. I'm so happy to hear your story of gratitude. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ma.
Does anyone else have any shares, any experience that they would like to share about? Yes.
sir.
I think you're on mute.
Okay. How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, can hear you.
Okay. I'm going to share two stories. When you ask what are things that give, I said life, health, and fulfilling my purpose. I'm very grateful to God that I actually get to know my purpose. I'm fulfilling that purpose. Knowing your purpose in life is one thing. Some people don't never identify what their purpose is in life, even until they leave the world. For me, I'm grateful to God that I understand that I love children, and I'm fulfilling, fulfilling my life around children. I'm also so grateful to God that gratitude that as of today, he just mentioned that we're used is is one of the people that give me joy, because in that person that you're seeing there, who is the captain of Nigerian National Amputee, what he can do, I cannot do half of it. What is capable, the kind of talent in him, and what he's capable of doing, I cannot do half of what he can do. So I'm always grateful for me to see beyond, physical person and looking at physical challenged people and say, they are not up to. For God to give you the kind of mindset to see, accept, and then take such opportunity to accept that, oh, this is something to be grateful for. Secondly, I also I've always been moving. When I was much younger, I was always moving from one place. If I live here for 2 years, I'll move. Either something will move me or my parent will move somehow. But I later realized that it's God want to give me an experience of a bit of everywhere, so that I can appreciate, when others are complaining about, for instance, I'm in Nigeria, I'm in Kaduna at the moment. Kaduna is always in the news about, crisis today, kidnapper tomorrow, that tomorrow. But there's nowhere in the world that I can feel at peace like Kaduna. So because I have seen things happening in Yobe, where the Boko Haram main place is taking place, because I've lived there for 2 years. I've also lived a bit in England, where I've seen the way people walk. They walk and walk and walk. The life is about work, sleep, and rest. Here I have close to family. I am fulfilling my purpose with children. I have an opportunity to connect. I have an opportunity to enjoy the rising sun every morning. So I have a lot of things to be grateful for God for, and I'm fulfilling my purpose. I think this is why I said my story, your story, when you say you're enjoying the rainfall and the lightning, as small as that might look, people are complaining about, oh, life is tough, I want to run away from Nigeria and go to, I always feel like I'm grateful because I've seen the life on the other side. So I always want to look at it from that angle and say, God, I'm grateful for giving me this life. And for the last one, the convener of this event, Roshma, at the point in time, I was going through a particular problem in my life. And from nowhere, I found myself in Roseburg. And somebody called Roshma first just said, I need to talk to you. I can refer you to one of my interns. And I got to talk to, and then she walked me through. For me, I believe unseen connections are also something to think about. far away in Sri Lanka, somebody sent, God sent, Rushma to meet me at the point in Nigeria to come and, talk to me and make me talk. I hardly talk. I'll keep it inside, bottle things inside. So for me to be able to even talk and say things out, I'm grateful for that, and I thank Rushma for making that happen. Yeah, I think that's my story that I want to share. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was so inspiring and so wonderful to listen to. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Raj.
You have a really nice share also. I've realized that it's important to practice being grateful for what I already have as a daily thing. People around us sometimes tend to often focus on what we don't have. So I want to make sure I stay mindful and thankful for the good things in my life. Thank you, Sabeeha, for bringing up this topic. So nice to hear.
Wonderful.
Rushma. Great.
Thank you, Nafisa.
I just want to invite Sabeeha, if you can give me a moment. So everybody in the group, there was a question about should gratitude be words? And Sabeeha gave such a wonderful explanation about, how the culture is and how gratitude is practiced. I will invite all of you to take a moment after this workshop, not now, okay, to notice how you like to receive gratitude and how do you like to give gratitude and experience gratitude. Are you words? Are you touchy-feely? Are you showing with gifts? Whatever it is, just notice that and see if you have a gap between when somebody does something for you, but you feel that, oh, well, I don't feel that they're grateful enough that I did that for them. Because you maybe wanted to hear, thank you, Sabeeha. I really appreciate what you did for me. But, being like, hey, take this Nivea soft cream. It's like, what the heck? I did something great. Where's the thank you? So try and notice that for yourself. That's my one thing I just wanted to share with everybody. Over to you,
That's such, thank you. Thank you. That's such an true point, because I was discussing this with my cousin yesterday as well, where she was like, I have a friend who doesn't like it when I say thank you when I do stuff for her. So she was like, then what do I do? And I was like, just show it. It's okay. I think it's important to notice how we like to receive gratitude, and also maybe notice how other people around us like to receive gratitude. So we can, adjust the way we show gratitude to the people and environment around us. Thank you for bringing up that point. I did see Sima raise her hand before. Do you have a share? Would you like to share something?
I'm sorry, that was my mistake, Sabeeha. I'm sorry.
No worries, no worries. Okay, if that is it, then we have come to the end of my workshop, and I want to say thank you everyone for being such wonderful participants of the workshop. And if you don't mind, I still do want to show you my thank you slide, so I'm going to present it just to show it because I love the colors. So thank you everyone. I would love to hear some feedback on how the workshop was and how it was for you all being participants in this workshop. Oh.
guys can unmute and share. That's also
Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you, Asha. Thank you, Srimati. Thank you. Great to see it out in Sri Lankan culture and environment. That's actually my dad. So thank you, Dada. Thank you, everyone, for the shares. Okay, so I actually had a very, okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Medini. A small element of my workshop that I wanted to include if we had some time. So since we do have a little bit of time, I hope everyone would be okay to do a small guided gratitude exercise. So this is usually, this is a wonderful way or another tool or tip for us to, deeply immerse ourselves in gratitude for a few minutes. So if everybody is okay, I would love to do it. Is everyone okay to go ahead and do it? For those of you who want to stay on and do it, absolutely can. For those of you who would like to leave, they also can. That's also perfectly fine. Okay. Okay, so I don't see much. Were there reactions? Can everybody give me a thumbs up if whoever is left who would like to do this exercise? Okay, I have a thumbs up from Dr. Rushma. Okay, great. Okay, all right. Wonderful. Let's do it. Okay, everyone. So I do want to pre-frame this by saying that this practice might not resonate with you, and that's okay. Right? So if it doesn't really resonate with you, that's perfectly fine. Right? If you would, prefer not to participate, but still, sit back and listen, that's also perfectly okay. So now I'm going to invite everyone to find a comfortable seated position, or you can lay down as well. You can close your eyes or keep them open, whatever you're comfortable with. And we're going to begin if everyone is okay with that. Okay. Let's take a deep breath in through our nose and exhale slowly out through. I'm sorry. Let's take a deep exhale slowly out through your mouth. I want you to imagine yourself in a place where you feel completely at peace. It could be a serene beach, a quiet forest, or a cozy room, or anywhere that brings you calm and happiness. Picture this in your mind with as much detail as possible. If you're comfortable, feel the texture of the ground beneath you, the gentle breeze, and the warmth of the sun. Take a moment to completely immerse yourself in this peaceful environment. Now, I want you to think of something or someone in your life that you are deeply grateful for. It could be a person, an experience, your pets, even nature, or any small moment that has brought you joy. Visualize this clearly. If it's a person, see their face and hear their voice. If it's an experience or moment, replay it in your mind. Allow yourself to feel the warmth and happiness that this gratitude brings. Let it fill your heart and radiate through your entire body. Imagine this feeling of gratitude as a warm, glowing light within you. Visualize this light growing brighter and expanding outward, touching everything around you. See it spreading to your loved ones, your friends, your community. Imagine how your gratitude can positively impact others around you, bringing them joy and comfort. Know that this light of gratitude is always within you, ready to brighten your day and the days of those around you. Let's take another deep breath in through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. Let's take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. And when you feel ready, gently open your eyes, bringing this sense of peace and gratitude back with you. You can take a sip of water and bring yourself back to the present. Thank you, everyone, for sharing this moment of gratitude with me. Thank you, everyone. So that concludes my workshop as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you, Sabeeha. So that was such a wonderful workshop, Sabeeha. Thank you very much for going ahead and doing it. Okay, despite the nervousness that you had, you did
Yes.
so wonderfully. So I'm just going to invite everybody. You're already doing it, but let's have everyone give Sabeeha some hearts. Okay, all of us give us some hearts or a celebration cone or any kind of reaction button. Yes, I can see so many beautiful hearts. And what we're going to do, which I successfully forget at every workshop, is taking a photograph.
Thank you, everybody, for your
Okay,
reaction.
so those of you who are comfortable, Medini, can I invite you to please take a print screen? Could switch your videos on, okay, and give us your best smile or your best side of the face for the photograph, whichever one works for you. Okay, and those of you who are not comfortable switching your videos on, that's perfectly fine. We only have one requirement from you. When we say 3, 2, 1, you're going to give us any kind of reaction button that will tell us that you're with us in this. Okay. Oh, we're having videos go on. It's great. So whenever y'all are ready, can I have 3, 2, 1? Keep hitting your reactions button. And when we have reactions all over, keep hitting your hearts. Medini, go ahead. Take the screenshot. There you go. Okay, are we good? You're on mute, Medini.
Sorry, could you do it again? I'm sorry.
Everyone, we need your cooperation one more time. Okay. One last time. Okay, 3, 2, 1, smiles. And yes, there you go.
Got it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all are now free to leave and enjoy your weekend because Sabeeha still has some assessments to do.